Just from the bottom of my heart, I really think this is awesome, and I hope you guys really find this touching and enlightening. And I believe that where you're sitting and who you're sitting next to, it's not a mistake that you're sitting next to these people.
I'm on the outside looking in. What do I see?
I'm seeing my puzzle piece, which is my way to say either speech pathologist or autistic children, but they're acknowledging who does that as a job. So who's the speech pathologist?
I am.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
In my frame of reference, I'm supposed to acknowledge Grandpa.
Yep.
They're making me also feel like I need to bring up Patrick Swayze into the picture. The reason I'm seeing that is he's my man for... There's a pancreatic cancer reference that I'm supposed to bring.
Yeah, my grandfather died of pancreatic cancer.
Okay.
Holy
Gotcha. Did you come with her? Are you a teacher too?
Yeah.
I'm good, right? I'm good. I had the type of grandfather who, he was such a good man, no matter where he went, he was okay as long as everybody in the other room was alive and okay. And he was always just in the other room watching TV. And you know, he kind of, after my grandmother passed, just kind of went on autopilot. But he was a caring man, but he just was in his own world sometimes. Your grandfather comes up in that same light. We can't say a bad thing about him. But getting him to hold like a captive audience like this is something that I would not think he would be able to do or pull off effectively. He's making me feel like only because you're here, he wants to put himself on the spot to say he's okay. He's also making me feel like this must have claimed him like I know pancreatic cancer claims people like this, very quick and sudden. Make me feel like he's not afraid to pass. Is this mom's dad, by the way? Because that's what they're showing me.
My mom's dad.
Okay. I'm supposed to give you some insight into your job. I don't know if you're doing one-on-one work outside an institution, but I'm supposed to say don't get too personal with one of them. The parents are going to misinterpret that. You remind me a lot like me. Almost you become so emotionally invested in something that it's almost hard to not obsess with it, but you have to use this as almost a way of saying, hey, he told me. Would you guys know who Grace would be? I'm supposed to look down to you and say, Gracie.
I have a grandmother, Grace, but she passed away before I was born.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that mattered.
I know.
The reason why I'm supposed to bring me grandma is because she's acknowledging having one of her kids with her.
My mom passed away and my aunt recently passed away.
Okay. It's like, yeah, I didn't know my grandma Grace, but who better than her to acknowledge I had my child with her than her? And maybe the woman who you never knew in life is trying to touch your life right now. I don't care how many kids you come from, how many other kids your mom gave birth to. I'm supposed to almost acknowledge you as the caretaker. I'm supposed to acknowledge you as the one that was always in there for her. Do you understand that? Are getting like emotional now. I feel like with mom, when she was sick, you were not like that. You were tough as nails, but it's because you had to be strong for your mom because your mom couldn't be strong for herself. I hope you take this moment to not feel like you have any responsibility. The hardest part's over, and that you can just learn from that. And I hope you feel like almost like your mom and your relationship with her evolved because of what she went through. Where it's almost like she unselfishly went through that just so you and her could be better. She's made me feel like, thank you so much. Over at this table, I'm picking up the name of Jean or Jeannie or Janine.
Yes, Janine. She's my daughter.
That's your daughter?
Yes.
She's still here?
Yes.
Okay. Are you into garage sales?
Oh, God. We were going to have a garage sale. Janine wants to have a garage sale.
Did she just tell you that?
Yeah.
Well,
we're about it today.
You're just talking about it today?
Yes.
I'm seeing Joe DiMaggio. You know,
My father pretended he used to know Joe DiMaggio.
Jumpin' Joe DiMaggio?
Yeah.
I'm also supposed to say, I don't know if he got married, and he missed that too, but he's making me feel like, talk about like walking down the aisle. I guarantee you, this is not me being psychic, you must have somehow acknowledged your father at the wedding.
Yes.
That's just what I think you would do. But he's actually making me feel like you played the song that you wanted to dance to him with, and you danced by yourself, you danced with your father-in-law, but he's making me feel like he heard the music, and he was right there. You're gonna make me cry. Do you remember the funeral? Do you remember the memorial service?
Yeah, very much.
Was there like a very ethnic person giving the sermon, or was there something where in his casket he'd been rolling laughing because we couldn't understand what anybody was saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, he was making me feel like
we pulled him off the altar.
Well, I guess he's not alone in his feelings and opinions, and you guys did what he was thinking.
We couldn't understand the priest, and we did not want him there. Could not understand a word he was saying.
How do you do that? It's almost like you're a representation of all these people tonight, saying that if my father can see my kids and see my wedding and know what I did and know that we knocked the priest out and put him in the closet, in confession closet, and said, don't come out until we're done. You know, this is his way to kind of say, like, this is me, and I represent all the other fathers on the other side that want to just touch their daughters and their children and saying that I'm okay. I'm a Taurus. Who's a Taurus like me?
Me.
Totally. Happy birthday from your dad, okay?
And he's a Taurus.
He's a Taurus too? You know, my condolences for your
Thank
father's
you.
passing, but you're fine.